Good morning and welcome to Woodman Field in Montclair, New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lions football, 13 and under. Mike Forbesano here calling today's action as the Pope John Junior Lions 13 and under squad starts their regular season in earnest this morning at Woodman Field, home of the Mounties from Montclair. They will take on the Montclair Mounties this morning. They are 1-0, Pope John is, having won last week by forfeit due to East Orange not being able to field their squad for last Sunday's game that was scheduled for Pope John High School. So the Lions 1-0. They look to go for their second win technically of the season, but their first in-game action. Glad you joined us this morning, I should say, on Labor Day weekend. It is a little toasty out here. It's going to be warm. It's going to be hot. It is still summer as it rages on, and the Lions will look to try it up their record to 2-0. So let's go ahead and go over the rosters for the Pope John Junior Lions for 13 and under. We'll start with number 1, Eric Ruiz. Number 2 is Quinn Klebitz. Number 4, Victor Fiore. Number 5, Colin Bauman. Number 6, Lucas Rosinski. Number 7, Tyler Zabriskie. Number 8, Seamus Corcoran. Number 11 is Vincent Jessamaria. Number 19 is Mark Hedgemith. Vincenzo Ciliberti is number 21. Ryan Johnson, number 22. Ryder Gerval, number 25. Andrew Jessamaria, number 26. Dylan Cocaziello is 27. Nathaniel Capra, number 28. Carter Johnston, number 30. Jason Cofrancesco, number 33. Thomas Walton is number 42. Aiden Armiger is 52. Aiden Delivio is 55. Sutton Fullwood, number 58. Michael Morelli, number 72. Riley Watts, 78. Emilio Barranco, number 79. Jacob Post, number 88. And number 95 for the Lions is Ryan Watts. The head coach of the Pope John Junior Lions 13 and under squad is Matt Emmering. Assistant coaches Jack Borelli, Jason Cofrancesco, Tom Staub, Gene Emmering, and Rich Jessamaria. The league president, Chris Barranco, Dave Diarco, league VP. The team mom who puts it all together is Kathy Jessamaria, and the head coach of Pope John football operations is Dom Gaston. We are almost set for the opening kickoff here at Woodman Field, home of the Mounties, whereas the Montclair Mounties will take on the Pope John Lions. And we'll be back with the opening of this game right after this.
Everybody hot, trust me. You're the only person that's hot. Everyone's so hot here watching their kids. Imagine the kids. They're not even playing. They gotta sit in the heat, bro. Come here, Messiah. Give me my touch. Yeah, hang on. They just hotter than you guys. That's mine. Say sorry. Outside. Sorry about that.
Yes, what you want? What you want? We got muffins. Wait, don't do that. You trying to watch the video? Anybody else? Diet? Anybody want any more fruit? Anybody want any fruit?
get ready to go.
Oh, I shouldn't look at it. Everybody just take it out.
We're going in the fan. We got to get ready to go.
Okay, we have
Welcome back to Woodman Field in Montclair, New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lions football, 13 and under. Mike Formisano here, calling today's action. Thanks so much for joining us this Sunday morning on Labor Day weekend as Pope John of Montclair gets set to do battle here in northern New Jersey in the shadow of New York City. Captain's coming back from midfield. We'll see if Pope John receives or will go to defense first. Lions 1-0 on the season, but this is their first action as they won by forfeit last week as East Orange failed to field the team. So Pope John gets credit for the victory, and their record stands at 1-0, but this is the first true action of the season. So Pope John in their road white jerseys trimmed by blue and gold. They'll be traveling right to left on your screen. The Montclair Mounties are in their home blues trimmed by white and black. And they're going left to right. So kickoff from the 40-yard line as Pope John will send it away and go on defense first. Getting set to kick it off is number 8, Seamus Corcoran. And the 13 and under Pope John season for the Lions in earnest begins now. Corcoran just getting ready to kick the ball downfield. Here we come. Booming kick down to about the 10-yard line. It'll bounce into the end zone. And so a touchback. And Montclair will start from their own 20-yard line. So Pope John on defense first as Montclair will start with the ball. So the ball spotted on the 20-yard line.
Come on, let's go back to the bin. Let's go. Everybody, let's go. Bring your couple.
Scoreboard's in the end zone, but the clock is off, so the referees will control it on the field, and we'll just go for the time decided by them, as we did last week at Pope John. Waiting for the first play from scrimmage. Montclair Mounties still in the huddle. Pope John getting set to come to the line of scrimmage. So just waiting for action to start up here at Woodman Field. We are in Montclair, New Jersey this morning. 13 and under, Pope John Lions squad taking on the Montclair Mounties. And now both teams come to the line of scrimmage. First play from scrimmage for the game. Montclair with the ball going left to right on your screen. We have a whistle on the play. Okay, so now the whistle, and Montclair will start the ball. First and 10, man in motion. Hand up by the quarterback, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage, and Pope John drops him for a loss. Good defensive effort by the defensive line for Pope John, and so it'll be 2nd and 12. Montclair still in the huddle. He's 2nd and 12 for the Mounties. And now Montclair to the line. Pope John in a 5-man front. Man in motion is number 9 for Montclair. Quarterback rolls out to his left, hands it off. Met in the backfield by number 2 for Pope John, and that is Quinn Klebitz. Klebitz puts down the running back and drops him for another loss. So it's going to be about 3rd and 15 for Montclair. So 2 strong defensive plays for Pope John, able to drop Montclair for losses on both. And now 3rd and long for the Mounties. Pope John looking for a quick 3 and out. And they get the ball back and start on offense. 3rd and long. His snap. Pass out to the right. Incomplete. Intended for number 8 for Montclair. He was able to get his fingertips on the ball, but not able to make the completion. So that will set up 4th down and long for the Mounties. Just underway here at Woodman Field at Montclair High School in Montclair, New Jersey. The Pope John Junior Lions 13 and under team taking on the Montclair Mounties. Now the ball's at the 15-yard line of Montclair. Here's a snap back to number 7, and he's met immediately in the backfield by Pope John. That looks to be number 85, Jacob Post, I believe. And Pope John is going to take over. So a quick 4 down and turnover on downs that Pope John was able to force. And so now the Lions will take over the ball in plus field position in the red zone immediately for their first offensive play of the year. At the 15 of Montclair, and the offense goes to work. So, Pope John up to the line. Man in motion for Pope John. That is Vincent Fiore handing it off to Vincent Jessamaria. Jessamaria to the left. Touchdown, Lions. Jessamaria finds pay dirt. And the Pope John Lions go up 6-0. So, on the first offensive play of the year, Pope John strikes. And the Lions are up 6-0. Fiore taking that snap, handing it off to Jessamaria. And he just traipsed into the end zone. So now Pope John going for the extra point. Well, Fiore is setting up for the extra point. The attempt being made by Seamus Corcoran. His snap placed down, the kick is up, and it is good. Corcoran just puts it right above the crossbar, and the extra point's good, and Pope John leads 7-0. So, very successful opening drive for Pope John. They just needed one play, and they go up 7-0. A 15-yard touchdown run by Vincent Jessamaria, and the Lions are ahead. 8-0. Oh, for the extra point, it's 2, right. My apologies. So we run it in, it's 1, and then the extra point's 2. Right, yeah. So, with Corcoran's kick, that gives the Lions a 2-point conversion, and it's 8-0. I wish they had the scoreboard going. Yeah, no time, no score. That's okay. Once we get to high school, that'll all change, I'm sure. Lights kick off from the 40-yard line. 8-0 lead for Pope John. Lions setting up their formation. Last minute substitution into the game, number 44 for Pope John. Here's the kick by Corcoran. Down the field to about the 15-yard line. Montclair will take it from there. Number 1 rolls off to his right. Is led by a sea of Lions, and they stop him there. And Montclair will take over at about 23, maybe 24-yard line. And they're going to mark it actually at the 25. 8-0, Pope John leads. We have a timeout in the field. We'll take one as well. 8-0, Pope John over Montclair from Montclair High School. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Woodman Field here in Montclair, New Jersey at Montclair High School for Pope John Junior Lions football, 13 and under. Mike Formisano here calling today's action on this beautiful Sunday morning here in northern New Jersey. A little warm. Summer has still got its claws into our schedule, so we'll be waiting for the fall months, but not willing to lose its grip on summer just yet. Montclair to the line as the Pope John Lions lead 8-0. Mounties with the ball for the second time today. They will be starting from the 25-yard line. Montclair in their set. Here's a snap, and we got a whistle. It's to be a false start against Montclair, I believe. Or maybe the referees didn't give a signal for them to start up. Snap happened pretty quick, so yeah, now we go. So the referees hadn't given the signal yet. So here we go. Montclair, 1st and 10. Snap back to the quarterback, rolls to his right and tackled immediately by number 72, Michael Morelli. Great tackle by Morelli, and drops Montclair for another loss in the backfield. It's 2nd and long. So the Mounties lost 7 on that play. 2nd and 17 from their own 18. Mounties will have to get to the 35-yard line. Montclair up to the line, 2nd and long. Number 11 under center. Takes a snap. Actually, number 4. The ball goes back to him. Pass out to the flat. And incomplete. An attempted screen pass. And didn't get to the receiver. And Pope John's able to snuff that out. So 3rd and long on the incomplete pass. Over there, Charlie. Way down. 3rd and long. So we got an injury timeout on the field. Number 3 for Montclair is down, and the coaches are looking at him. So number 3 back on his feet under his own power, and that's good to see. And so now the Mounties of Montclair will set up for 3rd and long from the 18-yard line. They've got to get to the 35. Pope John already successful on their first play. Not even a first drive. Their only play on offense so far. A handoff to Vincent Jessamaria from 15 yards out. Rolling into the end zone from the left side. And then with the 2-point conversion by Seamus Corcoran, that gives the Pope John Lions an 8-0 lead. And that's where we stand right now, midway through the first quarter. Mike Formisano here, calling today's action. Thanks so much for joining us from Woodman Field in Montclair, New Jersey. After this, on this same stream, we'll have a different setup, same page, but a different stream. We will have the 11U game, and they will be taking on the Union Rams. So please join us for that after this one's over. Doubleheader action here for Pope John at Montclair High School. 3rd and long, the Mounties back up to the line. They've got to get to the 35. Quarterback under center. Takes the snap, drops back, pass out to the left, intercepted by number 11 for Pope John, and that's a pick 6. Vincent Jessamaria into the end zone, touchdown Lions. So Jessamaria doing it all so far, a running touchdown and now an interception on defense, and the Lions go up on the Montclair Mounties. 14-0. So now Pope John up to the line, going for the point after. They're going to attempt another kick with Corcoran and his leg. He makes it, it'll be 2, and it'll make it 16-0. Fiore sets up to take the snap. Corcoran in position. Here's a snap, placed down, the kick's up, and it is plenty good. Seamus Corcoran with that leg, boots it through the uprights, and the Pope John Lions go up 16-0. So a 15-yard touchdown run by Vincent Jessamaria, and then an 18-yard interception returned for a touchdown, also by Vincent. And Pope John up 16-0, and we are still in the first quarter. A good start for Pope John for this game. So players on the sidelines, referee setting up. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with the kickoff as Pope John leads 16-0 midway through the first. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Woodman Field here at Montclair High School in Montclair, New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lions football. Mike Formisano calling today's game for the 13 and under squad for Pope John. The Lions up 16-0, and it looks to be the end of the first quarter. So the teams will switch sides. Pope John will now be traveling left to right on your screen. They're in their road white jerseys trimmed by blue and gold. Montclair in their home blues trimmed by white and black. And there's the referee's whistle. Kickoff from the 40-yard line. Here's Corcoran with the kick. End over end. Goes down to about the 15-yard line where Montclair takes a possession. Number 41 avoids one tackle but is hit by number 2, Quinn Klebitz, and brought down at about the 25-yard line. So Montclair will start the offense at their own 25, down 16-0 to the Pope John Lions. Just underway, second quarter. Pope John on touchdowns by Vincent Jesamaria. 2 of them rushing touchdown, 15 yards out, and an 18-yard interception returned for a TD. And 2 two-point conversions due to Seamus Corcoran kicking extra points, which are worth 2 in Pop Warner football. And the score is 16-0 Pope John. Montclair Mounties in the huddle. Pope John already on the line. You got number 72, Michael Morelli, number 52, Aiden Arminger, number 35 on the line. Also number 25 out there, Ryder Gervald, and the rest of the defenses we'll get to later on. We got a whistle and a timeout by Montclair before they start up action again. So we'll take one as well. 16-0 Pope John leads over the Montclair Mounties. We'll be back to Woodman Field right after this. Welcome back to Woodman Field at Montclair High School in northern New Jersey as the Pope John Lions are taking on the Montclair Mounties. Mike Formisano here calling today's action on this beautiful Sunday morning on Labor Day weekend. We're so glad that you're joining us, especially since Pope John leads 16-0. Here's a snap to quarterback 0. Rolls out to his left, to running back number 9, and he's brought down by number 2, Quinn Klebitz. Klebitz with another big tackle and drops Montclair for a loss. So, in fact, at least the past few plays, Montclair has not been able to get any positive yardage. So, great job by the Pope John defense, and it's going to be second and long. Montclair quickly up to the line. Here's a snap high over the head of the quarterback, number 4, and Pope John's able to recover. And that's Vincent Jesamaria again with the fumble recovery coming right through the line. Jesamaria pounces on it, and Pope John will start deep in Montclair territory, already up 16-0. So Pope John up to the line. They're going to start from the Montclair 10. Second quarter, the Lions lead 16-0. Quarterback in the shotgun, that's Fiore. Fiore hands it off, and a fumble, but picked up by Jesse Maria, and he'll run it in. Touchdown, Lions. So Vincent Jesse Maria with his third touchdown of the day. A 10-yard scamper to the right. And the Pope John Lions go up on Montclair 22-0. So, Jesse Maria had a bit of a problem with the snap there. Well, the handoff from Fiore. Fiore actually had a problem with the snap. Didn't have a good grip on it. Gave it to Jesse Maria. Jesse Maria couldn't handle it. Bounced off the turf, but it came right back to him. A fortuitous bounce. So, Jesse Maria picks it up and runs right into the back of the end zone. So 2 rushing touchdowns for Jesse Maria, as well as an interception and a fumble recovery, making his case for MVP of the day. Here's Fiore. He'll take the snap. Corcoran with the kick. Too low, and the extra point is no good. So, score will remain 22-0. Pope John over Montclair. So 2 offensive plays for the Pope John Lions and 2 touchdowns, along with a pick 6. Lions are off to a good start, we should say. So Corcoran sets up from the 40-yard line. Ready to kick the ball downfield. 22-0. Pope John leads over Montclair. We are midway through the second quarter here in Montclair, New Jersey at Woodman Field. Lions looking to go 2-0 on the season. Here's Corcoran with the kick. Heading overhead all the way down to about the 15-yard line. Fumble by Montclair. Bounces off the hands of number 41. His teammate picks it up. That's number 1. And he is met by a sea of Pope John Lions brought down at the 10-yard line. So the Pope John defense all over the Montclair return there. And so the Mounties will start deep in their own territory. Already down 22-0. Well, Montclair is going to call a timeout. We'll take one as well. Late second quarter here at Woodman Field in Montclair, New Jersey. The Pope John Lions leading the Montclair Mounties 22-0. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Woodman Field in Montclair, New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lion football. Mike Formisano calling today's action. Thanks so much for joining us on this Labor Day Sunday morning as the Lions up 22-0 on the Montclair Mounties. Montclair starting from their own 10-yard line. Quarterback in the shotgun formation. Man, it motions 41. The snap over his head, and he'll just fall on it at about the 1 or 2 yard line before it enters the end zone, which would have forced the safety. So Montclair recovers the errant snap, but they're now pushed back all the way to their own 1 yard line. Very dangerous position for Montclair. Pope John looking to salt away this game early before halftime. Up 22-0. Montclair in the huddle. Substitutions in. All the members of the defense of Pope John on the field right now. Eric Rees, number 1. Number 7 is Tyler Zabriskie. Number 28, Nathaniel Capra, out there as well for Pope John. We'll go ahead and go over rosters again after halftime. Now they're starting from their own 1 yard line, pushed up right against the goal line. Quarterback under center. No shotgun this time for Montclair, making sure the ball gets in the hands of the quarterback. Here it is, the number 0, handed off to his running back, brought down after gaining about 5 or 6, and out of the shadow of the end zone. So positive yardage for Montclair. They get the ball to about the 6, maybe 7 yard line, but they're still staring at a 3rd and long. You got to get the ball to the 20 for a first down. Here's a snap. Got a flag on the play. Montclair off to the right. Trying to gain the first down marker. He won't make it. Stopped by, appears to be number 8, Seamus Corcoran. So Corcoran doing it all, kicking and on defense. Stops Montclair there, but we have a penalty call. I'm going to see what that's about. So flag on the play is declined. It was against Montclair. Pope John has declined the penalty, so that will bring up 4th down. 4th and long for Montclair. Already down 22-0. You expect them to go for it. Doesn't really make much sense for them to punt at this point in time. They need to try and score with whatever they can. So 4th and long, and Montclair is going for it from their own 6 or 7 yard line. Here's the snap to the quarterback, rolls out to his right, pass downfield to about the 10. That's number 21 for Montclair. He makes the catch, but is brought down way short of the first down marker, and so Pope John will take over in the red zone. They'll start from about the 9 or 10 when they get the ball back. First down, Pope John. Ball set up at the 9 yard line of Montclair. First and goal. Pope John has had 2 offensive plays, and they've scored 2 offensive touchdowns, both rushing by Vincent Jessamaria. Jessamaria also has an interception return for a touchdown in this game and a fumble recovery. 22-0, Pope John leads over Montclair. Lions up to the line. Man in motion is number 7. Here's the handoff to 7 as he comes across. That is Tyler Zabriskie. He's met towards the far sideline. Montclair looks like they dropped him for a loss of about a yard, maybe 2. So handoff from Corcoran to Zabriskie. Doesn't gain any positive yardage on that one, so it's back to the 10-yard line for Pope John. We are in the late second quarter here at Woodman Field in Montclair. Pope John leading 22-0. We got a whistle on the play. Late substitution for Montclair, and the referee's going to allow it. So the Montclair defense now set up. Corcoran in the quarterback position with Zabriskie in motion. Snap goes to Corcoran. Hand off to number 6, Lucas Rosicki. Rosicki going towards the goal line. Is he in? Looks like they may have stopped him just shy of the goal line, and we have a flag on the play as well. So we'll wait and see what the flag is for. That's going to be against Pope John, so they're going to bring the ball back to about 19-yard line. So penalty on Pope John. That'll push them back. 2nd and goal. So wipe out the run by Rosicki. And it's 2nd and goal to go for the Lions. Snap to Corcoran. Corcoran drops back. Pass into the end zone. And the receiver was brought down. We'll see. Was there a flag in the play? Referee holding it, and he finally throws it. So that'll be interference on Montclair, I believe. As Pope John, receiver, it was number 30, Carter Johnston, brought down by a Montclair defensive back. So Pope John in the huddle. They move the ball back to the 9-yard line. So the 10 yards they lost on their penalty. Now with the pass interference against Montclair, they'll move the ball back 10 yards to the 9-yard line. Here's a snap to Corcoran. Gives it off to number 2, Quinn Klebitz. Klebitz into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions! Quinn Klebitz finds pay dirt. And the Pope John Lions go up 28-0. So Klebitz rushes in from 9 yards out, and the Lions are up by 4 touchdowns. Point after touchdown unit coming on the field here in the late second quarter. Seamus Corcoran 2 for 3 on extra point attempts. Has netted 4 points for the Lions. Missing the last kick just underneath the crossbar, so we'll see if he can go 3 for 4. Corcoran setting up. Fiore to hold. Here's the snap, the place down, the kick, it's up. It is way good. So Corcoran nails it through the uprights, and Pope John adds 2 more to their lead. 30-0. The Lions up on the Montclair Mounties. So Lions up 30-0, and we're going to take a break. We'll be back with the kickoff to resume the remainder of the second quarter right after this. 30-0 Pope John over Montclair. So both teams on the sidelines here. Looks like they may have gone to half. So again, without a clock here at Montclair High School, it's tough to see, but both teams are just on the sidelines getting some water and relaxing. So looks like we're at halftime. So we're going to go ahead and shut down this feed. We'll be back with the second half on a new feed, but here on Facebook Live. Pope John Lions lead the Montclair Mounties 30-0. We'll be back with the second half here from Woodman Field at Montclair High School after halftime.